Hello there. So you're getting married, and that's exciting. What I want you to think about, though, is that it's not just the ceremony and then you're married, and that's the end of it. As exciting as that is, you have to think about what happens afterwards. It's just not automatically married and done, and that's it, and you live happily ever after. There's certain things that have to be done, and one of the things that I found that a lot of people get confused with don't know is the last name. So the bride gets married and she doesn't know, does she have to change her last name? Is it changed automatically? So we're going to cover a couple of those things there. And the first question is going to be, does your last name automatically change? And the answer is no, it does not automatically change. In New York City, when you're applying for the merge license, you are asked if you want to change your last name, and if you say you do, they're going to ask you, well, what's the new last name? What's your the groom's last name? And they're going to put it on your birth certificate. In New Jersey and most other states, they do not ask you. But even if they put it on there, it doesn't mean that you're automatically now Mrs. Smith. It means that now the name is on the marriage certificate, and now you have to go through the next process. And what is the next process? Well, the next process is filing and filling out paperwork to request it to be changed, regardless of whether they put it on there or not. Okay? So, another thing that people want to know is, what documents do you need when you're changing your last name? You know, you're going to need the marriage certificate. The most important document of all is your marriage certificate. You have to go back to get the marriage certificate so that with that, that's when you change your last name. Now, like I said, New York City is a little different. So what they do is they automatically send you, after you get married and after the officiant files the paperwork, they automatically send you one marriage certificate. Thing very important to know is that in a lot of places where you go to change your last name, they want to keep the original copy. So that means that you need more than one copy. So in New Jersey, you when you go to apply for it, they're going to ask you how many copies you need, and at that time you tell them you need two or three or four or five. Always get more than what you need. They do not expire. So if you have one left and 2 or 3 years later you need it, it's there. In New York City, you automatically get that one, but you're going to request others, and it's very easy. What you do is you want to go down to simplemergers.com. I'm going to put the link below, and it'll tell you exactly what steps you need to take to get those different marriage certificates depending on when you got married. The next question I get a lot is, what are your options? What can you change your last name to? Well, most states are the same. New York gives you a little more leeway in certain things, but basically it's the same thing. The first one is keep your own last name. You get married and you want to keep your own last name for family traditions or because of your customs, your country of origin, or any other reason, you don't have to change. You can keep your same last name. Okay? The next one is take on your partner's last name. So if his name is Johnson and now you want to be Mrs. Johnson, then you can do that, Or he wants to take on your last name. That also is permissible. So you can take on each other's last name. The next one is hyphenate your name. So you don't want to lose your name, but you want to take his name, so you put Johnson hyphen Smith or a combination of that. And the other one most people don't know about it is, if you were married before and you took on your husband's name, now you're getting married again, well, you can take the new husband's name, or you can go back and take your original maiden name. So now you're going to go back to what you had before, and you can keep it that way. Okay. The other thing you need to Sorry about that. The other thing you need to think about is the deadline. What's the deadline after you marry? There is no deadline. Absolutely no deadline. You can do it years later. I don't recommend that. Because the more you wait till after the marriage to change your last name, the more complicated it might become. So the best thing is go on your honeymoon. When you come back, you have some time. The dust has settled, as we say. Then you go and pick up the paperwork you need to do, get your marriage certificate, and then file at different places. Don't do it before you go on your honeymoon, because your honeymoon is usually a few weeks after you got married or the same day, whatever. The point is, if you change it while you're in the process of going on your honeymoon, and you're going to have some paperwork that has your new last name, other paperwork that has your maiden name, and that can complicate matters. And the last thing is, you want to be stranded someplace because the documents don't match. So wait till you come back from your honeymoon. After you calm down, you settled into your new home with your spouse, you get enjoying your married life, then you file the paperwork. So what you do is you go to simplemarriage.com. I'll share a link below, and you can get all the forms right there. Or if you need some help, contact us. We also provide that service where we'll help you. We'll fill the forms out for you and just hand them to you so you can just sign them and take them to the different departments. There are different places. And the last question, a bonus question: where do you go first after you have your marriage certificate? Who do you go to change it first? And the answer to that is Social Security. You get Social Security, they fill out their paperwork, get the new Social Security card with the new name on it, and then you go to DNV or Department of Motor Vehicles, your bank, your insurance company, your brokers, your deeds, any other places where your last name was. Okay, thank you. And also, I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you done this before? Have you had any issues? Do you have any questions that I did not answer? Drop a comment below. Let us know. And for more great tips, just sign up for our YouTube.